Hey guys, welcome to episode number 444. Today is Wednesday, so it's DIY Wednesday, and today we are wrapping up the wall-mounted fry rack build. Now, last time we left off, all we had to do was the plumbing, and that is now accomplished, and there's water in all the tanks, and there are critters in the tanks as well. So let's walk through how the water gets in and how the water gets out and how it all works. So we've got our water pump here. We've got a bypass, which is a pressure relief, and up top we've got a quick connect fitting. That runs all the way up to the top of these tanks, and this is all drip tubing and drip accessories. So we've got a whole bunch of T's, and then we've got 1 gallon per hour drip emitters. And if I pull this out of the water, you'll be able to see that we're getting a pretty steady drip, 1 gallon per hour into each one of these containers. And each one of these containers, I believe, is about a half gallon, so I'm changing the water over a couple times per hour. But that drip line runs all the way along the top, and then it takes a turn over here, and it heads all the way down. And then what I've done is I just drilled a hole in the side and I teed off so that I have a run for each one of these shelving units. And I've tacked the drip line up to the tops of the shelves with these low voltage staples. These are used when you're running power systems and sound systems and whatnot around the house, but I found they work really well to tack 1/4 inch lines wherever you need them. So that's what I'm using to get water to every single one of these tanks. Every single one of these tanks has a drip emitter, and it's getting 1 gallon per hour. So once the water enters these tanks, obviously it fills all the way up to the top. You'll see we've got a little spillway here on the side, and what I did was I just cut a small piece of open cell filter foam, and I stuff that in that spillway so that none of the fish or none of the fry escape. And if that ever gets clogged out, I can just squeeze it a couple times in the water, and it'll be free and clear. It's also really easy to have a whole bunch of these on hand, so I can just swap them out every week or two when they start getting clogged, and then go clean a whole bunch of them at a time. Super handy to keep little pieces of filter foam around, because you never know when you're going to need it for projects like this. So the water spills through that over into the gutter. If one of these was to ever get completely clogged up, the water would actually just spill out over this lip here, which is no big deal because it's just going to dump into the gutter anyways. So as we've seen with the gutter system before, it's connected with bulkheads on alternating sides, so the water, I don't know, we get about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of water in each one of these gutters, and then it spills over through the bulkhead, over, down, all the way to the bottom. And what I did was I just hard plumbed this into my 55 gallon barrel here for my turtle filter. So the wastewater, all of the spillover water from this fry rack enters my turtle barrel, and I have an overflow. That 2-inch line is the overflow. That's a wastewater overflow, so that'll exit the system. The 1/2 inch line there, as you can see, it's probably about 10 or 15 gallons per hour going through that line, and that's all of the water that's coming from those shelving units. So 1 gallon per hour per container, and that's the amount of water that's going into that barrel and then out of the turtle system. So we've sort of symbiotically connected the two systems, which I guess is fine. In the future, I might tap off the water line that I have for my fish system and get rid of this pump. That might be an option. Or if I get a more powerful pump, I could pump from the turtle system up over into the fry rack. But for right now, it's operational. It works really, really well. and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So we have some endlers in here. I've got a few trios in here, which I might be able to start to selectively breed. I've got a whole mess of fry in some of these for grow out, and then I've just got a few crayfish, some tiny crayfish in here as well. So those are my test pilots for this system. I'm not exactly sure how I will be utilizing each and every one of these tiny tanks in the near future, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. I think fry grow out is a pretty good idea, and I do like the idea of starting some selective breeding experiments as well. So I've got plenty of tanks to work with, fully operational, pretty excited about the way it turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed the build, and I'll see you guys later.